Aging isn't about slowing down, it's about stepping into your power. Welcome to Don't Let the Old Lady In, the podcast where we challenge outdated beliefs about getting older and embrace wellness, self-love, and confidence. Your host is Lori Gardner, a registered nurse and nationally board-certified health and wellness coach, and she is your guide on this journey to vibrant, mindful living. Each episode will explore topics that nourish your mind, body, and spirit, and how to navigate health issues in the healthcare system as you age, so you can live with energy, purpose, and joy. Let's get started. Here's your host, Lori Gardner. Welcome back to Don't Let the Old Lady In, and I'm your host, Lori Gardner. Healthy eating won't make you thrive, ladies, unless you do what I'm going to talk about in this podcast, so stay tuned. Today, we're diving into something that touches every single one of us: food, aging, and longevity. But I want you to know, this isn't another eat this, don't eat that episode. This is about something much deeper: how what we eat and what you think literally shape the way you age. It's about nourishment, energy, and authenticity, because food isn't just fuel. It's a reflection of how connected you are to your body, your emotions, and your spirit. I'm going to talk about the deeper meaning of food here, ladies. Yes, food is life. It's one of our earliest forms of comfort, connection, and ritual, but somewhere along the way, we've turned it into stress, into guilt, into confusion, into something to control rather than experience. As we age, this disconnection becomes even more important to heal, because our metabolism slows, our hormones shift, and our emotional needs evolve. But our bodies still crave what they've always craved: real nourishment. And that doesn't mean just clean eating. It means clear thinking. You can eat all the kale in the world, ladies, but if you're eating it while feeling emotionally heavy, anxious, or disconnected from your true self, your body feels that energy. Food digests differently when your thoughts are in turmoil. Your cells respond differently when your heart feels burdened. When we carry emotional weight, like resentment, grief, loneliness, guilt, our body often holds onto physical weight too. Not because it's lazy, but because it's protecting us. It's trying to shield us from the pain we haven't yet processed. So before you think about what to eat, I want you to ask, what am I feeding emotionally? How am I feeling emotionally? What am I really hungry for? How does this emotional and spiritual disconnection affect our longevity? Science now backs what ancient wisdom always knew. Longevity isn't just about nutrition and exercise. It's about energy alignment. People who live long, vibrant lives have a few things in common, and they eat simply, they moved often, and they live in emotional and spiritual harmony. They don't carry the constant mental chatter of I should or I can't. They don't numb their emotions with food or starve their souls trying to fit an image. So emotional weight is just as real as physical weight. Can you hear that, ladies? Many of us carry what I call emotional weight: old hurts, regrets, self-criticism, or unspoken grief. And when we don't process those emotions, our body carries them for us. That heaviness can show up as fatigue, inflammation, or even resistance to change. So if you've been stuck in a pattern, eating well but not feeling well, maybe it's time to look deeper. What emotions are still sitting on your table? When you lighten your emotional load, your body naturally finds balance. When you reconnect spiritually with your true, authentic self, your body stops fighting for survival and starts creating vitality. When you've disconnected from your authentic self, your divine inner essence, your nervous system stays on alert. That low-grade stress response interferes with digestion, sleep, immunity, and even how your body absorbs nutrients. You can be eating the most organic, antioxidant-packed diet, but if you're emotionally inflamed or spiritually starved, your cells don't receive that nourishment fully. So food becomes just about vitamins and minerals. It's not just about vitamins and minerals. It's about vibration, your energy. You can taste the difference when you eat in peace versus when you eat in panic, can't you? That is why emotional and spiritual health must sit at the same table as nutrition when we talk about aging and longevity. And ladies, at this point, I'm often asked, how do I do that? How do I tap into that inner spiritual wisdom, that divine essence, that authentic true self? It's not easy. I'm not going to lie. It can be simple, but not easy. I obviously have plenty of resources for you, so feel free to get in touch. I have courses, I have group coaching, but it's pretty much the key to everything. So what are the consequences of ignoring the spiritual emotional connection with your eating? Let's be honest. Most people wait too long to pay attention. We eat mindlessly, rush through meals, and wonder why we feel drained or bloated or foggy. But over time, this isn't just discomfort, it's disconnection. When you ignore your body's signals, you lose trust in it. When you eat out of habit instead of harmony, you dull your intuition. And when you bury emotions instead of digesting them, your spirit becomes tired. That's when the old lady starts to whisper. You know that voice that says, it's too late. I don't have the energy. This is just how it is at my age. I can't change at this age. Why bother? But that's not your truth, ladies. That's just depletion. That's your spirit saying, please feed me something real. The cost of ignoring this just isn't years off your life. It's life off your years. You might survive longer, but you won't thrive. So instead of telling you what to eat, I don't do that. I want to open a door of curiosity. What if food became sacred again? What if you paused before every meal and asked, does this nourish my body, my emotions, and my spirit? What if eating wasn't a battle, but a meditation? You know, ladies, any chance I get to insert the power of meditation, I'm going to do it. Because I really believe it's the key. So what if you trusted your body's wisdom more than the next diet trend? And what if your thoughts, your inner dialogue, were just as important as your plate? Because the truth is, longevity isn't found in a superfood. It's found in a state of consciousness. When you eat with love, when you think with gratitude, when you align your choices with your authentic self, your body naturally begins to regenerate, to balance, and to thrive. So, next time you sit down to eat, breathe. Practice those breathing exercises. Smile. Bless your food. Bless yourself. You are literally creating your next moment of life with every bite and every thought. So if there's one takeaway from today's episode, let it be this. The path to aging well isn't found in a magic diet. It's found in your relationship with nourishment. Physical, emotional, and spiritual. Feed your body whole foods. Feed your mind positive thoughts. Feed your soul authenticity and connection. And watch how that energy shifts everything. Your metabolism, your mood, your vitality, and your joy for life. Ladies, I know this isn't easy, but it's well worth taking this journey. Because remember, we don't want to let the old lady in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If there's anyone else you would like to share this with, please do so. It's important information, and we're all in this together. We can age with vitality and radiance, and we can keep that old lady out. And that's a wrap on today's episode of Don't Let the Old Lady In. Remember, age is just a number. Your mindset, energy, and passion are what truly define you. If this episode spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend. Subscribe and leave a review so we can continue this journey together. You are strong, vibrant, and unstoppable. Until next time, keep living boldly, loving yourself fully, and most importantly, don't let the old lady in.